I'll do. Managed to do all of that filming, all of that, everything else, right? And what I got out of it was no sound, because we set it. There's an all new setup here, and this all new setup means I don't quite know how it works. So I'm doing everything off this one device at the moment, and it's working fine, you know. I had a pre-planned journey, and best laid plans and all that shit, because I was the Owl's Nest. A lot of people here, obviously on bikes. Unfortunately, it took 3/4 of an hour to get any food, which kind of put, you know, a bit of a victim of its own success here. It's a very nice place. The food was all right, you know, it wasn't expensive, etc. But you do have to bear in mind all these little things and what have you. So I'm going to try and use all of this here, and you can see we've now got a queue to get out. What the hell? Why have we got a queue to get out here? It's an interesting place because it's not as friendly and as, you know, I don't know whether I find it a bit intimidating or what, but that's where we are with things, you know. So, yeah. Now, in my original plan, we were going that way, but we're not today, so. Oh, we definitely don't have time now, because, well, time. So, we're just about to come into a bit of a 20 here, and this is something in Wales that's really divided a lot of people, divided families. You know, it's almost as bad as a Brexit vote. It's quite interesting as to how people have reacted to it. Some people think that it's a good thing. Quite a lot of people think that it's not. And quite a number of people are reacting in ways that probably are not that helpful, to be honest with you, you know. They're going to expand on that a bit. That's a fucking lovely hat, that is. Well, what have we got on it? Did your hair in that shape as well? Yeah, stolen a grandmother's tea cosy. Anyway, so what a crack with it is all these people currently, you know, this is a 20 mile an hour, and to be honest with you, what's the problem? You know, now what I want to put across here is my opinion, and in fact everyone else's opinion is just, well, you know what, it is what it is, you know, and everyone's entitled to an opinion, everyone's entitled to have their own reaction to it, and that's fine, and that's how it should be. But there is a bit of an issue with it in general. You see, I'd be driving along here now, riding along here, doesn't matter if I'm driving or riding, and we're at 20 mile an hour in here. That's what it is. And what may happen, or what will happen, is I'll be pootling along, and it's not happening at the moment because there's no one round now, but I'll be pootling along at 20 mile an hour trying to maintain that 20 mile an hour, and what I'll get is, thank you, that is a nice car, somebody riding or driving right up my ass, you know, and that kind of gets me a little bit. Because here's the reason why. All these people that do that, I've had this in my own sort of people don't think that it's right, and people believe that this 20 mile an hour limit is absolutely ridiculous. It's nothing. There's nothing positive about it. It's a stupid, but you know, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. It's you know, but here's the thing. It's there. That's what the law is. That's how this works. We are currently having to sit at 20 mile an hour. That's it. It's a done deal. Now, if you wanna, like, you know, ride at 30 in a 20, 40 in a 20, that is entirely up to you. I'm not telling you you should. I'm not telling you. But what I'm saying is your choice, right? And you believe if you were right, then you can go on and take your choice and exercise your what you think is right and do your 50, say whatever you want to do, right? Because you're an adult and your consequences should be, you should be aware that there are consequences attached to that. And that's fine as well, because you're a grown adult. You made that decision. I'm not stopping you, right? And it's up to you. But here's the problem, see. When you get somebody in front of you who is trying to work with that 20 mile an hour and actually trying to be that, and doing what they think is right, why are you 2 meters from the arse end of them? Why do people do that? Why is it queuing and traffic and beeping and overtaking? It's ridiculous. Because here's the thing, you or somebody would drive or ride, at the end of the day, that's it. If you want to do that 30 or 40 or whatever in that 20, knock yourself out. It's up to you. The consequences are fairly obvious in my mind, but it's your choice. But just the same, you flip that around, that person who's trying to do the 20 mile an hour, is their choice to do that as well. So why would you be making their life difficult and in fact creating a dangerous, because you are creating a dangerous situation, right? The 20 mile an hour isn't dangerous. What's dangerous is you pushing somebody to go faster or creating, because if everyone actually did the 20, it wouldn't really be, it would just work fine. Things would just work out nicely. Everyone would be getting everywhere a bit later and it would all be slower, but you wouldn't be bunched up because people have, but you've got to be pushing. And this is the thing, you see, because the person in front of you believes it's right to do the 20 mile an hour, just like you believe that it's wrong. So where do you, the law is clear at the end of the day of what it is, and people have reacted by driving very erroneously and what have you, and it doesn't help anything. And you also get the would-be anarchists that have decided that they want to tear the signs down and spray the signs up with satin black paint they got from Alfred's, Well done, because all that's really going to happen there is we're going to pay to have those signs replaced, and we're going to pay to have those signs cleaned. And all that's going to do there is it means it takes money away from things like ambulances and healthcare, all those things, So well done, guys. That's I think it was our French guy. What's his Des Cartes? Yeah. And he said, I think, therefore I am. And that was, and look at this, look at that. A double white line there, mate. What's the matter with you? You're not helping things. Patience. It's no one's going to see, you're not going anywhere. Well done. Anyway, yeah, Des Cartes. And he said, I think, therefore I am. And you can understand how I can understand it. I can understand, you can fit it, but it fits in with all of this, because what it means is, and in the society these days has taken a completely different approach to it, and they've taken a different, they've interpreted that whole thing differently, rightly or wrongly. That's how that's worked, and very much now what you're looking at is somebody who says, and the mantra very much is, dear me, well done. The mantra now very much is, I believe, therefore I'm right. And I, again, That's a pretty dangerous place to be, especially when a lot of people are being influenced by these little screeny things that they, and what have you, by something, things that are obviously not even remotely intelligent. And it's because it's easier doing that and easier blaming something else and not taking responsibility for your own actions than it is, and that's what it comes down to. I believe, therefore I'm right. Well, what a crock of fucking shit. How is that ever going to be right? Anyway, Des Carter's, that's French guy. I think my grandfather went to school with him. No, that was, that was Des Carter. Yeah, that was it, Anyway. It does switch between the two. I like that. Hey. I suppose it's a good opportunity as well. They give you a bit of an update on Mike. After all, everything disintegrated, and it was my own fault. I didn't set the valve clearances correctly, and it rattled loose. And I'm a big enough man to say, yeah, actually, do you know what? That was my own stupid fault, and it was. Anyway, a round story. I managed to get it. And I thought, well, what's the best thing to do with it is just, air the dog, get out there. And I did a trip to Aberystwyth, which is no mean feat on any, it is quite a run. It's a nice run if you catch it nice and what have you. And so I did a nice run up to Aberystwyth on it, and it checked out fine, apart from the clutch. The clutch was like, oh, Christ, it was hard work. And it was like that the last time I took it all apart and fiddled around with it and everything else. I potted around on it a little bit since then, and the clutch has been actually as good as it's ever been, I suppose. Which isn't brilliant, but it's still, it's, and I was like, oh, that's not what I expected, to be perfectly honest with you. But, it still worked, it's still, and I decided to come out on it today, and because obviously I used the excuse like, oh, it's the last one of the ride of the season. Well, we'll see about that, but it's been, apart from the cutting out in Crick Owl, which, no reason, it's been fine ever since. It is a little belligerent hot starting, and there's a schedule planned over, I'll be repainting the plastics, or most of them, and I'll be touching up the frame, where we've got a bit of because there's no serious rust in it, but it is where the welds and the corners and everything else, and I'll be sorting that out. Nothing too major, but it will be getting a new clutch and a new chain, because the chain is, and if I do a chain, I might as well do the front sprocket, rear sprocket, the cush drive, all that lovely, because we had the wheel off, but that's where we are with it, and that's what we're going to do. But anyway, other than that, it's, and it's I've got a carb rubber thing, proper Rotaxi one to get in there as well, and what have you. And I might change the pump jet. I get a new diaphragm, and actually change the jet in it as well, because it does have a tendency to keep I think it just keeps plugging up. Anyway, we're going to carry on enjoying the ride.
I look into your eyes, see all my mistakes, and then I see there's nothing left worth fighting for, so I turn the other way. I see that I was happier and happier and happier that way. As I fall away to find a brighter day, so keep away from me right now. As I turn and shout, by way